continue letting anybody in, if you could, who pops in. Good morning, everybody. I just want to take a minute here to introduce myself for any of our guests and our new members who might not know me. My name is Belinda Govich. I am the current president of the Capital Area Chapter of the New York Association for Pupil Transportation, also known as NYAPT. The Capital Chapter is made up of 95 school districts that span over 12 counties. We are a group of transportation directors and supervisors with a chapter mission to provide professional development to our members and to educate and advocate on behalf of student safety. I want to welcome all of our guests this morning as we take a few moments to recognize deserving individuals with the President's Award, the Chapter Employee of the Year Award, and the Chapter Scholarship Awards. We often speak of courage, and courage can be the physical kind, and it can be the moral kind. On behalf of all of our members, I want to say thank you to all the courageous school bus drivers, bus attendants, and office staff who, without their moral courage to come to work in person during this modern pandemic, school children would not have been able to come to in-person school. While we are unable to give every school transportation professional a certificate, we do want to say thank you to all of you, because without you, children would not have had the opportunity to learn. So at this time, I will turn the meeting over to our awards committee chairperson, Mr. Al Karam, to announce the recipients of the 2020-21 chapter awards.
All right, thank you, Belinda, I appreciate that. And so we're gonna delve right into the awards. And the first award is the President's Award that is presented to, and I hope she's on the line because I think she's having technical issues. Yep, I'm going to wait, Dr. Robinson, go ahead. Please bear with us. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty on the back end. And it looks like Jerry is also connecting just now.
Good morning, Al. Can you hear me?
Yes. All right. Glad you are able to join us. So as I was saying, the first award is the President Award, and that is being presented to Ms. Rebecca Carmen.
What?
The chapter president takes pleasure in recognizing Ms. Rebecca Carmen for her exceptional work and leadership throughout the COVID-19 pandemic during the 2019, 2020, and 2020-21 school years. Becky's personal and professional commitment to ensure student, staff, and community safety is second to none. During these trying times, Becky was at the forefront of safety. Working with other professionals, Becky guided the development of health and workplace safety protocols, which became models for others to emulate. Becky's leadership was instrumental in the District Bountiful Backpack Program, which delivered food to needy students during the COVID shutdown period. She developed protocols that made office space safe for employees to return to on-site work. She worked tirelessly with the County Department of Health to establish vaccine point of delivery or POD locations, and she organized district nursing staff to deliver the vaccine. Becky has spent many off-duty hours, weekends, and holidays conducting contact tracing efforts, which ensured the safety of all concerned. The Capital Area Chapter of the New York Association for Pupil Transportation is highly appreciative of Becky's effort and leadership and the positive effect her work has had on school and community safety. Congratulations, Becky.
Thank you, Al, and everyone else. I really appreciate it. So this was your tactic for getting me to log on today, I guess, huh?
Yes, Becky, there is no presentation for you, although save it, you never know when you might need it. And Dr. Robinson, I don't know if you want to say a couple of words.
I'm honored. I really appreciate it, you guys. Thank you so much. And also just, I would be remiss. I could not do it without the transportation staff. because you guys are such an integral part to school safety also. So thanks again. I really appreciate it. Very humbled.
So Al, thank you, Becky. Congratulations to you. And it was hard for me to keep this secret. No, actually, nah, keeping a secret from you is not hard. Just a joke. So Becky, seriously, thank you. I think this is a perfect way to recognize your dedication Saturdays and Sundays and midnights, whenever those calls come in, and kudos to the transportation folks to being there as partners. I think we stayed open seamlessly as a system because people were committed to be partners with each other, and you were leading that charge, Carmen. So well deserved. Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks. Very humble. Thank you so much.
Yeah, just stay on for just a few more minutes, and then the district office personnel can sign off. Just bear with me just for a few more minutes. The next award is the Chapter Employee of the Year Award, and that award is presented to Judy Mayfield.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
So as a school transportation secretary for the Shenandoah Central School District Transportation Department, you've modeled the positive example we want in our transportation professional colleagues. The word no is not in your vocabulary, only when it comes to me, but everybody else, you're always yes. So your tireless devotion to duties lessens the stress on your colleagues tenfold. Your focus is to make sure the needs of the drivers and bus attendants as related to the bus referral process are met. The transportation employees' faith in the bus referral process was renewed under your leadership. You tracked the process from start to finish, ensuring for the loop to be completed, and the bus referral resolution is shared with the drivers and the bus attendants. Not only have you brought order and efficiency to the Shen's bus referral program, but also to the parental feedback process and the lost and found. And those aren't small things, and I'll share that with you guys. So the data that we gathered from our bus referral program and the parental feedback is used to better the district's transportation processes and provide higher quality customer service and a safer transportation experience. And lastly, helping the bus drivers and bus attendants with the bus referral is not the only thing you've done. Your creation and management of an electronic library of video games for use by the bus teams is to be commended. Recognizing that children with special needs can be kept focused on games, you've acquired and developed a tracking system to help keep track of these game systems, has proved immeasurable in terms of its effectiveness, especially as it relates to student management. Judy, again, on behalf of the Capital Area Chapter of NYAPT, thank you for all that you do for the students, bus attendants, and your colleagues in school transportation. And this is the plaque for Judy. We'll get that to her as well. And we have the next award is the Scholarship Award. One is for the school bus driver instructor, and the other one is for Certified 19A Examiner course. These courses do cost some money. So the chapter this year has selected Yadi Rodriguez from the North County Central School District for the school bus driver instructor. So congratulations to you, Yadi. And from Shenandoah, John Fay is the recipient for the 19A Certified Examiner Course Scholarship Award. So thank you to both of you. These two folks are really passionate about training. They're really passionate about teaching. And they're also passionate about school bus safety. And they are really the future of the leadership in school transportation. So we'll do our small part to recognize them with these scholarships. And at this point, that's it for the awards, except for, I think, the art contest. And I'll turn that over to Jeff or Judy Kahn if she's on.
Judy is on. I think she's, I don't know if she needs me to read or not. Judy, I'm looking at you. Just shake your head if you need me to read. Okay, do you need me to share my screen, Judy? Okay. Judy's just going to share her screen and her location right now with some background noise. I'm going to read. So can everybody, she's just starting to share her screen now. There we go. Yep, it's coming up. Can you go to presentation mode, Judy? Can everybody see that okay? Looking for thumbs up if you could see it okay. I don't know if Judy can go to presentation mode or not on that. But just to start out while Judy's doing that, I'd like to acknowledge the work that Judy and the committee has done with the poster contest. You know, since Judy has taken this over, she's done a great job of getting the word out to the various school districts. I only wish we could get more involvement in our own school district here in Saratoga Springs, but this year I know was particularly difficult because we were all involved in this. We had some great submissions this year. It was unbelievable. So I'd like to share some of those with you now. If you're able to see Judy's screen okay. Are you okay to advance it, Judy? Okay, go ahead.
Is that working, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm not seeing it advancing. All I'm seeing is that lead slide, the title slide. Can you go to the presentation mode down in the bottom right corner? Because it's online, that's how I did it. I just opened it up that way. There we go. That's bigger. There we go. Come on, baby. I think it was me that told Belinda technical difficulties. No, not me. All right, so for Division 1, second place, we have Haley Rockwood from the Hudson Falls Central School District, and this is her artwork that she submitted.
And just a note on Haley, she's actually the granddaughter of one of our drivers, and she volunteers at all of our safety events that she can, and has been since she's 3 years old.
We've kind of adopted Haley as a employee here. She's got a name badge and everything else. So she's a part of our department, but goes to school at a different school district. So our next winner here, you can, Judy. There we go. Do you want to talk, Judy, or are you good with me doing it?
There's still noise on and off
Okay.
here. So.
All right. So for Division 1, first place, we have Hannah King from the Guilderland Central School District. Division 2, third, I guess that's third place, right? Division 2, third place is Autumn Blazinski from the South Colony Central School District. Look at the detail in that artwork. It's amazing. Our next winner, again from the South Colony Central School District, is Jenna Noir, Division 2, second place. Division 2, first place from the Guilderland Central School District is Ella King. Division 3, third place, coming from the Hadley Luzerne Central School District, is Olivia Farrell. And she got a lot of detail here and the wording to go along with it, with what's expected on the school bus. Very good. Division 3, second place is Emily Donahue from the South Colony Central School District. Division 3, first place is Vienne Lee from the South Colony Central School District. Division 4, third place, again from the South Colony Central School District, is Mayasia Mondun. Division 4, second place, South Colony Central School District, is Nicholas Bailey. Division 4, first place, Evan Linaker from the South Colony School District. And I think that's it. Judy, is there anything else that you'd like to add? I don't know if Judy's anything. If we can just give a round of applause to all of these students and the transportation directors in these school districts who have helped get the word out and get this artwork in for all of their schools.
Thank you very much, Jeff and Judy and Al. They both do a great job chairing these committees, getting the word out to get nominations. And I do want to add that the Capital Chapter decided to do that on our own this year. The state was not having one, but Judy reached out and we really wanted to do that. So, and she did a great job getting that together for the chapter. And we got quite a bit entries in, which was really great. So thank you, Judy, for all of your hard work, and Al. So that's all we have for awards. We have one more.
So we have Cindy Jerowitz. I'm not sure if she's on the call or not, but as all of you know, Cindy retired. And as we typically do, we give the President Award to the retiree. And I guess we'd have to make a motion to give Cindy a lifetime chapter membership as we've done with other retirees. So I'll make the motion now. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Pete will second that.
Second.
All in favor?
All in favor, raise your hand.
Aye.
All right, there we go. So we'll give this award to Cindy and let her know she has a lifetime membership. And that's it for my part.
Okay, great. Thank you, everybody, for coming. So we're going to just jump to Sarah from First Light, who is our gracious sponsor today. And we appreciate First Light and their support always. So Sarah, I think you're still here. And anybody else on the office staff or human resource people are welcome to skip this part. And thank you so much for coming. Are you on, Sarah?
I sure am.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to share my screen very quickly. Just want to say thanks again for allowing me the opportunity to present and chat about our product offerings. I know a lot of folks here on the line do support, endorse, and really love the products that we offer. So it's nice to really just hear comments and feedback from you folks again. And it goes a little bit regarding the safety poster contest. We talk about student safety. We talk about the importance of safety and how our products can help make a positive impact with giving motorists more time to recognize a school bus from a further distance. So I know everybody is winding down and school is going to be ending in the next couple weeks, 3-4 weeks. So again, if you guys have any questions or would love for me to stop by June, July, August and take the product and show it to you, I have no problem doing that. But just to kind of touch on what we offer very quickly, all of you know my name is Sarah Najafapour, or most of you know my name is Sarah Najafapour. I'm located here right in Glenville, New York. My kids go to Niskayuna Central Schools, so I am a parent of 3. And student safety is very important to me as well as to my kids. So thank you everybody for what you do. As I know, student transportation is your priority and making sure students are getting transported to and from school safely. Just a quick little background on First Light Safety. So headquarters is in Winnipeg, Manitoba. So that's where all of our products are manufactured and engineered. And First Light has been in the supply experienced chain manufacturing, engineering similar LED technology for over 15 plus years. So we're providing products to like transit and coach industries. So back in 2017 is when we started venturing into the student transportation world. And our goal was to, again, help create that visibility because we know illegal passings are occurring frequently, too frequent. And of course, you know, one incident can unfortunately lead to a tragic event. So being able to curb that and give motorists more time to recognize a school bus is key. We have the illuminated school bus sign. So here in New York, as you know, backlit sign requirements are required in New York State. So our products, just to give you guys a quick little background, is that they are externally mounted. So a couple things, if you have any mechanics on the line, that's a huge benefit for not having to have a hole cut out in the front and end cap of your school buses. We partner with all the dealers, so you can, if you are looking at ordering buses this coming year, next year, this is something you can work with your local dealer on to get these added as a new bus option. But our products are visible over 1,000 plus feet. So signs are externally mounted, visibility is over 1,000 feet. Our signs are warranted 5 years illumination, 3 years mechanical. And, you know, from a maintenance perspective, if you have air conditioning or heaters that are up there, because it's externally mounted, you don't have to go inside the bus to be able to change out your bulbs or anything like that. Because we don't use incandescent bulbs. We use high efficient Samsung LEDs that are built into the signs, and they are all etch-lit. We utilize a proprietary reflective panel as well, and that's what distributes the light evenly across the board to give it that bright, vibrant illumination. And it draws less than 3 amps on the battery, which is very minimal compared to your headlights, radio systems, camera systems. The product's been DOT approved since the late 2018, early 2019, and it is also aidable through SED. I did want to talk a little bit more about the stop arm. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to just unmute yourself, ask a question. But I did want to talk about our stop arms that we also have as well. So the destination signs have been DOT approved since the end of 2018 and have been an option. There are manufacturers now that are actually adding the signs and being built right on the production line. But we also have retrofit kit options as well. So if you have a bus or if you're thinking about maybe trying it out on one bus, we have the ability to provide a retrofit kit, which would seal up that gaping hole and still be able to give you that sign that's externally mounted. So reducing any water intrusion and all those other issues that I know the buses with the current backlit signs experience to date. So just to touch a little bit on the stop arms that we provide as well. You know, stop arms, same thing with destination signs currently. There hasn't been a lot of change in technology. The word stop is you know, not very vibrant. It actually utilizes a reflective decal. And then you have your strobe or your flashing lights, which could either be LED bulbs or incandescent bulbs. And from a distance, motorists, especially in early mornings here in upstate New York, fog, weather elements that can impact the visibility. You know, we wanted to be able to give more meaning to the word stop. So being able to fully illuminate the red octagon, the word stop, the white border, as well as using these high efficient LEDs in our proprietary reflective panel, it gives motorists more visibility from a distance. So the goal was to be able to have folks be able to see our products from over 1,000 feet. And I can kind of talk about my illegal passings that occur in front of my house. Normal school year pre-pandemic, I mean, I was having illegal passings occur at least 3 times a week in front of my house. Current pandemic, typically once a week. And it's scary. The driver's laying on the horn and folks are passing through. Kids are crossing the street as they're trying to get into the bus. So we know that it's not going to fix everything, but the goal was to be able to have motorists see it from a distance, because there's a lot of distractions that occur on a day-to-day journey when folks are on the road. You know, you've got your cell phone, you've got people driving to and from autopilot, you've got weather that can also impact it. So being able to have them recognize it from a further distance gives them ample time to be able to react appropriately. We've done a lot of other enhancements to the stop arms because there are a lot of other issues that when we've spoken to schools, we've spoken to mechanics, we've spoken to dealers, we've spoken to contractors, just on the frequent issues on the stop arms, accidental deployments, failure to deploy under high winds, corrosion issues, wiring issues, whether they're pinching, they're breaking, they're shorting out the motors, motor failure, water intrusion. So when we wanted to develop a stop arm, we didn't just say, hey, we're going to make it illuminated and that's what we were just going to do. We were also going to address a lot of the other frequent issues that were out there today. So from a enhancement on the stop arms, we actually built in a universal strobe and flash module, which is nice because now you don't have to swap out the entire unit. There's actually just a piece that's built within the stop arm, and it's a dial, and you would turn it from left to right to change it from strobe to flash. So if your school board decides to say, hey, we want all of our buses to go from flashing to strobe, you don't have to purchase any additional technology or any additional lights. It's built in and you can change it within 30 seconds. Also too, we heard a lot regarding moisture and water getting into the current strobe or lights. So what we did was we created a watertight unit to eliminate any water getting in, any of the lights currently that you, and again, a lot of times I'm sure you'll hear feedback from your mechanics that you are swapping out bulbs because of water or swapping out bulbs because of vibration. So we built these as watertight to eliminate any moisture to, again, reduce the strobe or flashing module burning out. We've also built into where these are independently controlled, so they don't require you to purchase an entire replacement unit. These are all masters versus one master and all the slaves that are on the current stop arms today. So swapping out a strobe, if one LED goes out, as you know, DOT comes in and they look at them and they say, oh, you know, you have to pop it out. And in reality, a lot of times schools have to purchase an entire unit. Ours are independently controlled where you can just do 4 screws, 2 wires, and it's a simple swap out versus having, and it's really cost effective to the district versus having to purchase an entire unit. Enhancements to the electric drive unit. So all make and models we have available are current plug and play to all of the stop arms that are out there today. So when you look at installing a stop arm from us, you don't have to worry about, you know, drilling extra holes or drilling out different wiring patterns for the outside of the bus. Everything is plug and play and universal design to fit the current stop arms that are out there today. So from an electric drive unit, we definitely have, you know, some folks here on the line too that have our pneumatic and our electric drive units. But just from a wiring perspective, we rerouted all of the electric drive units to have the wires externally routed through the junction box. And again, feedback from mechanics, from districts that, you know, constant bending, breaking because the stop arm is constantly being used in motion, that this was going to help reduce the amount of motor failures because they're vertically routed through the hinge. So it eliminates any bending or breaking or cracking. We've also we've made an enhancement for the position controller. So this monitors the motor position and it's actually utilizing 2 switches, the feedback switch and the mechanical switch. So if the stop arm was forced out by any means, it'll return parallel to the bus wall when closed or perpendicular when deployed. So it's going to attempt it 3 times and then it's going to turn off automatically. Whereas currently, if a stop arm is pushed out, the motor keeps going right now and then eventually it's going to burn out. So what it does is it attempts it 3 times and then it turns off to reduce the pressure and minimizing impact on the motor. We've also done another enhancement for the electric regarding smart obstruction detection features. And what this does is it also looks at the motor control and it monitors the power consumption to detect for any obstructions and it will adjust it accordingly. So the benefit is it's again using that mechanical and electrical component switches, the feedback switches, and making sure they're protected from any damage in case of an obstruction. And it also helps reduce that motor failure. Any questions before I jump into pneumatic? No? Sounds good. So from the pneumatic, and we know a lot of folks here on the call have for their larger buses, the pneumatic drive units. We've done a lot of enhancements to them as well. So we've done rerouting of the wires. So again, they are externally routed, but we utilize a reinforced braided sleeve that's also strain relieved at both ends. And that drip loop, it's new and it's incorporated in the bottom here, as you can see in the photo. But the goal was to prevent any water intrusion. As you know, water is getting into those wires frequently, and that can also short out any of the electrical components. So we wanted to develop it this way, again, to reduce any risk of water getting in. Also, to the arms junction box, we reduce the number of wires that are actually inside the harness. And what that does is we did it to help with the wire failure and the harness replacement to make it easier. From a hardware perspective, we adjusted the spring cable assembly. So now we're utilizing steel end cables to achieve the double the tension load. And it's also going to help extend the product life. Hinge bearings also too, again, from hardware, we've swapped it out to utilize a new hardened and steel plated internal bearing. So it's going to reduce any risk of corrosion that you see currently with the internal bearings that are on the stop arms to date, but it also gives more rigidity in that arm while it's in service. And just to talk about manufacturing, we go through rigorous testing inside our headquarter office in Winnipeg. So we do a lot of in-house testing, mechanical testing, electrical, UV resistance. You might have a question like, hey, Sarah, product looks great, but does it fade? I mean, we get sun here, maybe not as sunny as some of the southern states, but what does that look like? Because you might have to replace the decals on your stop arms right now because of the sun fading them. Well, right now we've had our products tested in the UV chamber for over 15 years with simultaneously with no fading at all. So, we definitely, when developing the products, we have to be held to rigorous standings based on what the OEMs want from us, as well as from the federal regulations. So we've had no issues with fading. We do temperature shock. So in Winnipeg, I'm sure as folks know here, it's got different temperature variations. Today it can be snowing, tomorrow it can be super hot. So being able to withstand temperature changes is very important. So we've done a lot of temperature shock adjustments and changes to our product offerings. Our products are also rated IP67, which is, again, water and dust, making sure that no water and dust gets into it. So I see with the current backlit signs, as well as the stop arms, water gets into it and it can short out and it can create rust. And that was another reason too why we utilized our high efficiency LEDs, and we made sure our products were watertight and fully sealed to eliminate any of the moisture or water or rain or snow that, again, are experienced throughout the day-to-day journey of on a school bus trip. Vibration impact and resistant testing we do too. So going over speed bumps, railroad crossings, potholes are things that buses incur on a day-to-day basis. Both our products are designed to withstand any vibration. Again, with current products that are out there today, going through that vibration, it can short out the life expectancy of the incandescent bulbs or the current LED strips. But ours are designed to sit in floated frames to withstand all that vibration, again, to extend the life of the product. And just to recap on our warranty for our products, they're 5 years illumination, and they're rated to last about 50,000 hours. And the way we equate 50,000 hours is about an average school year, 180 days, operating 5 days a week, 6 hours a day. It's about 24 years of a life of a school bus. And I'm sure, folks don't really keep buses for 24 years. So, we're good there when it comes to the life expectancy. But even when we met with DOT, because DOT has strict requirements regarding lights and percentage of failures, we even showed them at 50%. Even at 50%, you can barely detect that our products have a failure. And there's a few reasons why. Because we utilize the high efficient LEDs, we have controllers that are built inside too to monitor the power consumption of the LEDs. So if it did detect a failure, the other lights are designed to burn brighter to compensate for that. But also too, when you look at the products, they're only operating at 48% capacity as it is, even at 100%. So we're not even maximizing the full usage of the LEDs because we don't need to, because of the reflective proprietary panel that we use, and that's what gives it that bright, vibrant illumination. So even at 50%, DOT says our products are fully approved and you don't have to swap them out, which is nice. So that is really it, chatting about the fully illuminated stop arm and the illuminated destination sign. If anybody has any questions, feel free to send me a message or give me a call, or, again, jump on and say anything. But I do appreciate, everything that everybody does here, and I appreciate the time that you gave me today.
Sarah, if I can, I just, from our perspective, we're fortunate to have a few of these items. We have school bus destination signs and some stop arms from First Light. And, as you know, when we first put these in, my first words were like, well, this is going to be a game changer. And it really, truly has, because, from what we've seen, we've had no failures. We've had no issues. The stop arms are working great. Just the way they're manufactured and everything is such an improvement over what we currently had, that we're planning on, moving ahead with the destination signs as soon as they're available on the small buses we use, but also, moving forward with the stop arms on all of our buses when available going forward. So it just really is a game changer, and I hope it helps to have motorists see us a little bit better, reduce some of these issues that we have with people passing school buses. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for the kind words.
Hey, Sarah, I understand that the director of South Colony Transportation Department is charging for autographs. Is that true, and why? Do you know why?
Oh, no, that is not true.
He charged me $10, Al.
I heard he's like going to be with Ted Danson or something.
No, I think,
a TV show.
no, I got edited out. I think you made the final cut, Al. I got dropped onto the edit floor.
I'm probably below that.
No, I just want to say I agree with everything Jeff said. It really is a game changer. I've had comments from people, motorists and district administrators and teachers and whatnot, that the buses are really quite visible with these products. So
We had a student, the first time he got on this one bus with the destination sign, he said to the driver, he said, I've never seen that light lit up before.
You get two buses side by side, one that has the current backlit and then one that has our product. It is truly remarkable, the difference. And again, that's definitely what sold me too initially is safety, student visibility. And even in the rural areas too, where students are waiting outside for their bus in the dark because there's not a lot of street lights, lampposts, being able to see that word school bus from a distance is key, because now they know that they can start approaching the stop. Because in reality, there are a lot of other vehicles on the road that utilize similar LED technology that the school bus uses to date. And so from a distance in the dark, that could potentially have been a semi-tractor trailer. So giving this more recognition that it's a school bus so that parents know and they're more comfortable with their kids approaching the stop. But also from a driver perspective, I've heard feedback from drivers that they love the product and that, they really like that they're being seen and that folks know that they're coming. Yeah.
Our drivers actually are fighting over the buses that we have. They want to be able to drive them with those signs on them. They love them.
The lights are certainly an industry disruptor, and that only happens once in a blue moon. And for us, all of our bus purchases will come with those signs. So great product. Thanks, Sarah. Appreciate
You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Sarah. And everyone who attended today. Claudine and Jerry, do you have anything you wanted to add regarding anything NYAPT that has been going on? I know you guys have been attending the board meetings because I have been unable to. Claudine and Jerry on.
No, I'm good. I don't have anything at this point.
Ted is on. Ted, do you want to talk a little bit about the summer conference that's coming up? If you have not signed up yet, you're going to want to sign up because I know it is in person now.
We are in person. The limited attendance has been lifted, so the capacities have increased, so we should be able to have a normal conference. I'm sure there'll still be some guidelines we'll have to adhere to, but as far as attendance limits, that has been changed. I think there's news notes went out yesterday, so we have vendor spots still available. The trade show floor is filling up. That was one of the things we were worried about early on, but everything should be a relatively normal conference with some exceptions as to guidelines the hotel will have us follow. So we'll be in person. We're looking at having some alternate option for those who still don't feel comfortable in traveling or attending in person. So we're going to have that information shortly, whether it's going to be a Zoom or whether we're going to record the sessions that can be purchased later on so that everybody can get a piece of the educational opportunities that'll be available in July.
Ted, someone had asked me about proof of vaccination or 72-hour negative COVID test. Is that something you're still going to require for attendees?
It's going to depend on what Saratoga County is requiring us to do at that point. That is the current guidance, even though capacity limits have increased. The current guidance is proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test within, I think, 48 hours is the last I heard. But so things are changing rapidly. Hopefully by the time we come to conference, we won't have to do that and we'll be semi back to normal. Great presenters scheduled. Check on the website. There's a list of some of the topics that will be covered. A lot of stuff going on. I know Bethlehem just got their electric buses. I don't know who else is looking at that, but we'll have a lot of topics on EV and talk about those things as well. It seems to be where everything's being pushed right now.
Okay, great. Thank you, Ted. So again, if you guys have not signed up for that, go ahead and sign up. You can sign up right on the website. And I know we've been receiving our news and notes, and there's a link in there as well, so you can sign up there. On a chapter note, as much as I appreciate everybody's anticipation on being a member next year too, if you have sent us a check, we are returning it to you. Please do not send membership dues yet for next year, as we still are unsure as where we're going to be. So we will let you know when we're going to start collecting those, and we will send out our invoices like we do every year. Other than that, if anybody else has any questions or comments, concerns they want to share with us.
Belinda, if I may, I haven't seen this person in quite a while, and I'm really happy to see him joining our meeting today, is Peter Manella, our retired executive director for NYAPT.
Yes, Peter has been on. He has a lifetime membership, so.
He should have.
That's right. He does. So he has been on, and we are all very happy to see him. So Peter, is he there still? There he is.
There's the bus you gave me. I'm a lifetime member.
There's not much of them there to see though right now.
I'll take that. Good to see you all. Thank you.
Okay. If nobody has anything else, I'm going to thank everyone once again for coming. Congratulate all of the winners today, well deserved. And like I said earlier, I wish I could have given everybody one, because everybody this year I know has been doing a great job and going above and beyond their normal duties to try and get through this. So thank you to everyone, and thank you all who have been making the time to come to our meetings and bear with us as we navigate through virtual and all of that fun stuff. Have a great day.
Hey, Belinda, I just want to thank you for everything that you and Claudine have done at navigating us through this past year. I thought it was tough being the president, but boy, you've had it tougher than me. So, you've done a great job. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you. I could not have done it without Claudine, though, because she's the person behind the wizard behind the curtain. She's the Zoom person. I do not Zoom, so I could not have done any of this without Claudine. So thank you to Claudine for that.
It was my pleasure.
Yes, thank you, Claudine, very much.
Yes. So I have a great team with me. So I definitely could not have done this year without them and their tech savviness and help. So thank you, Jerry, Lisa, who was probably not on anymore because she had to go dispatch, and Claudine and Ted as well. And thank you all for coming every month. That's great. So have a great day, everybody. Claudine, I'll be down later to drop that certificate off for you guys.